millions of dollars. Well, Josephine is, oh my gosh, her and her husband are like the editors and co-owners of Network Marketing Times, and they'll be next. But first of all, I want to just tell you the name of this series that we're going to do for four weeks, Flourish. Why did we pick Flourish? You know, I looked it up in the dictionary, and I love what flourish means. To be in a vigorous state, to thrive. Whoa. To be in its or in one's prime. That's what I want to be in prime. Be at the height of fame, excellence, and influence. To be successful and prosper. To grow lucratively or thrive in growth as a plant. Oh my gosh, flourish. All of us women here want to impart flourishing to you, and that's why we're here tonight. So the first guest that I want to welcome is Lisa Wilber. So, and I'm going to say a couple names tonight, and not because we cross-recruit or we're talking about, trying to gather women from other women, because I believe that women are going to be the forefront in helping the network marketing to cross over the lines. Women just do not think like that. They just love each other no matter where they're at. But I'm going to tell you, I'm pretty proud of this first speaker because she's a platinum executive leader. Wait till I introduce you. Okay.
Sure.
In Avon, and she's been selling them to a team of thousands since 1981. How often do you find someone that's been in this profession, direct selling, for 35 years? She started when she was 9. I just want to let you know that. She's currently the number 5 money earner in the whole total U.S. with a group sales of $9 million. Okay, she's appeared in Network Marketing Times, which you're going to hear from Josephine in a few minutes. She's made a list of the 50 most influential women in direct sales. Okay, she was 2013 the Avon Yellow Rose of Courage, and she was recently named as early as 2015 the top. Yes, you did. You beat me out. That's how I remember you. Top female network marketer, #1 in the world by Business for Home. Please help me welcome Lisa Wilber, and she's going to be talking about the 10-mile radius. Wait, ladies, the 10-mile radius where your network marketing plan starts. Don't get off the line because you're going to hear from each of these women, and we are going to give multiple gifts away at the end of the seminar. So do not go away. Lisa, take it away.
Thank you very much. I just want to tell all my buddies, I know a lot of my Avon buddies are here. Captain Platinum is in the house. So, okay, here we go. So, what I want to talk about is the 10-mile radius. I worked as a secretary before I went full-time in direct sales. And before that, I worked third shift in a convenience store. And when I had to do direct sales full-time, it wasn't actually a choice of mine. I got laid off, and I couldn't find anything else. I couldn't even get hired as a temporary secretary because I didn't type fast enough. So when I had to do this business full-time, I didn't know what I was doing. So I looked around at what other companies were doing, and that's how I came up with my plan. Now, to me, network marketing, most people are just dealing with networking. They're not realizing that there's 2 parts to that, and the other part is marketing. So that's what I usually teach when I go out, and that's what I teach to my team too. So I'm going to give you some marketing ideas that I've used to build my business over all these years. And I wanted to start by proving to you that these things do work. So here's the deal. What happened, I spent 18 years living in the single wide trail in a trailer park, driving a Yugo and eating macaroni. Okay? That was when I was married to husband number 2. I'm not good at being married. Don't judge me. Okay? And when I released him to move on to another opportunity and moved, there was a piece of mail that got sent in town. And I was on a mission to make sure everybody within 10 miles of me knew that I was the Avon representative, even though there are 15 of them in my little town in rural New Hampshire. Okay? There was a piece of mail that came down to the trailer park after we'd been left for a year, and it didn't have the name of our last name at all. It just said W&W Buildings, which is my ex-husband's business. The lady that bought our trailer wrote on there, hand wrote on there, I saved it and laminated it. It says, no longer at this address, deliver to Avon Lady. And even though there are 15 Avon representatives in my town, they brought that letter to me. It doesn't have my name on it, and they brought it to me because these ideas work. Okay, so let me give you a few of them for you. I wear a name badge everywhere I go. This one I got from lovemybuttons.com. They'll do custom badges for you, but I wear it everywhere I go, even out to the mailbox, to the post office, to the grocery store, and people just stop and ask me, and it says Avon on it. If you're with a company that you need to educate people on what your company is, that's even better. They'll stop and ask you about it. I put posters on bulletin boards, and you can make them yourself using the products pictures that I just cut out of the brochure and the little pull-off tabs with an index card. So very inexpensive to make. I also made my mailbox. This is a picture of my mailbox with a big giant lipstick and my rural root box sticking off the top of it. Okay, so put signs on your house, put signs on your car. And you know what's funny is, even when something happens, like I got in trouble from the state of New Hampshire for a big sign I had in my yard, I used that as an opportunity to get more publicity. And I put a big sign on there that said, Big Brother State of New Hampshire is making me move my sign. And I got a big full-page story in the front of the Concord Monitor newspaper. So I even used a bad thing to create more business. And you know what's funny? I got more business from the state coming after me than I actually ever got from the sign itself. So these things work. And my car, this was my first car. This is the Yugo. And I just have vinyl letters that I put on here. But you can start with something easy like a bumper sticker, or you could do magnetic signs on it. And then this, you might recognize, all I did is look around at what other businesses were doing and tried to see how I could make that into my direct sales business. You all know that is a pizza sign. I saw another company, and the guy was taking the pizza sign off his truck, and I said, hey, why are you taking that off there? And he said, it makes a lot of noise when I go down the road. I said, hey, I'll buy it from you. I'm driving to Yugo. I won't hear it. So I bought that pizza sign for like $75, and you can buy these at carsigns.com. They actually don't make noise now because they put big, giant magnets on them. But this was excellent. That was my first car. What I drive now is a vinyl wrap. And this is the first wrap that I had, and this was on the cover of a magazine. That was my PT Cruiser. So you can go all the way from a bumper sticker to vinyl letters to wrapping your whole car. You can go as big as you want to go. And believe me, everybody recognizes me as being the Avon representative. Just a couple other of the ideas. Sorry, do you recognize what I'm saying? Idea? I'm from New England. We put an R on the end of that. We say mother, father, sister, and brother, so we had to put the R somewhere. Okay, so a couple other things. Don't let Amy's laughing. Hey, a couple other things. Treat it just like a regular business. So some of the other things you see other businesses do, just modify them a little for your business. Like join the local chamber of commerce. I sponsor a sports team. This is Lydia's soccer shirt, and it says Lisa's Avon Ladies. So you can do things to get your name out there. And look at this sign on the side of our house is the shape of a big giant skin sofa. Yeah, I brought it all in just to show you. I like playing show and tell. I'm going to do this in Dallas, by the way. Show and tell in Dallas, so come see me. Anyway.
I love you so much, Lisa Wilber.
Just one more and I'll be done. It doesn't have to be expensive to use these marketing ideas. Even I grabbed one of our delivery bags and I just wrote on it, ask for an Avon brochure. It's just a regular delivery bag. These cost me less than $1. I just wrote that on it. I just carry it full of brochures everywhere. I go and set it on the table or set it on the floor. and people stop me and ask me for a brochure. So these things work. So get out there and attract some business for yourself. And I'll see you in Dallas.
Thank you, Lisa. You know what's funny is when I first got into network marketing, I really wanted it really bad. And one of the first things I did, Lisa, was I got magnetic signs for my car. And before then, I promise you, I only thought nerds put signs on their car. That was my thinking. It was kind of humiliating for me at first, but you know what? What it did. What it did for people. I did get people from calling that sign, but for me, it was more my mental, because when I walked out to my car and I put my heels on and I went out to my car, I was in business. And when I stopped at a stop sign, I knew the person next to me was looking at me. So it's almost such a psychological thing as it is anything, because you are in business and you need to be proud of it. So I love all the things that you shared. So ladies, this is a lady that's been in business in network marketing 35 years. I think we should listen to her. Thank you, Lisa, so much for sharing with us. I am so excited about the next guest, because this is the editor-in-chief owner of Network Marketing Times, along with her husband. She was actually born and raised in Belgium, and she moved to the U.S. in 1985 to pursue her master's and PhD in French. Well, guess what happens when you move to the U.S.? In 1997, she met her husband. She got into network marketing. Okay, so we always say if you're single, there could be a love connection there in network marketing. I guess that happened to her. She was introduced to the network marketing profession by a friend in Northern California, and she joined and met her husband at the first event, Chris Gross, who is the CEO of MLM Publishing, Inc. So in 2001, they co-founded Networking Times, and in 2003, they launched Network University. She's also the chair of the ANMP committee. But listen, this lady, there's not a person in network marketing that's been around for more than 5 years doesn't know this lady. And so she's going to talk to us about the global impact of network marketing for women. So listen to this, because we have the impact in network marketing. Welcome, Josephine, Dr. Josephine Gross.
Thank you, Esther, for that wonderful introduction. Just to clarify, the name of the publication is Networking Times. So you can find this on networkingtimes.com. And I love to speak about the global impact of network marketing. See, I don't teach how to build a business because I've never done it. But I've interviewed actually several thousands of rising stars, top achievers, mega earners in network marketing. And what we've found in the 15 years that we've been doing what we do is that network marketing is a profession, yes, but it's also a movement. It's a movement that's sweeping the planet, changing the lives of families everywhere. And women play an incredible role there. We all know that in the field, we actually have more women than men. And what I'll be speaking about in Dallas is really how women are impacting the world, future generations for the better through this incredible business, this incredible profession. So the reason that this is important for every single one of you is people buy not necessarily first your product or your service, they buy why you do what you do. They buy who you are. I'm sure you're familiar with Simon Sinek. His book is Start With Why, and we all know the importance of our why. Well, I want to help you expand your why. Of course, most of us, or all of us, get started in network marketing because we make some extra money, right? But what makes you stay in the profession and grow and each time take your business to the next level? That's when you see how you can grow yourself and impact the lives of others. And when we talk about this movement that's network marketing, we have found that this movement is driven by three factors. So there are three main drivers to this movement. Number one is we offer economic opportunity, especially in regions of the world where that's severely lacking. So where you see huge demographic explosion, especially emerging markets, where there is more access to education, but when young people graduate, they have no jobs. So that's one driver where there's a huge hunger for what we do. Second, our business offers a platform that empowers women. And that's especially important in markets and cultures where women typically and historically have not had the same financial freedom, independence, etc., where there are certain cultural dictates that are hindrances for women to really step into their power and into their financial independence and become business women. Network marketing changes all that because they can build a business and still work from home, even in countries where they can't drive, it doesn't matter. They don't have to worry about their husbands not being supportive because they would, in certain cultures, the men are afraid that women are going to neglect their household tasks. Well, again, our business, there's no problem there because you can still put your family first. Look at all the women on our panel here have families and children. So it is a real powerful game changer for women. And the third driver to the movement that we see in network marketing is that we offer entrepreneurship education in a way that no other traditional schools, established institutions offer, because it is in the field training, the skills, whether it's technical, social media, people skills, we offer the skills. Our business comes with built-in training so that you can grow yourself and acquire exactly the skill sets and the mindset that's required to succeed as an entrepreneur today. So these are the three main drivers. And like I said, women play a huge role there. So I'm going to share some stories in Dallas about women who are making a huge difference. Well, first it starts in their families, but then it ripples out to their village and their community. And some women are even making an impact and a difference in terms of the economy of their country. I think of a specific example in Tunisia and India and the Philippines. So I can hardly wait to share these stories with you. So there will be some stories and also some facts about the profession, the size, the volume of business that we move, the number of people involved, and also in which regions of the world people are the most hungry for network marketing.
I love that. Josephine is full of facts and figures. I'm going to tell you, if you're a woman and you want to know why we can do this business, you got to hear her, because she gives a lot of stuff about this profession. And like she said, she's interviewed thousands of women in network marketing. So she is amazing. You know what I was just thinking when I was looking at the screen, if you all can see, we're all in our office. So look how unique and different we all are. Okay, there's Michelle, who's in her studio. I think she does everything in there. It says Esther Spina because she's on my Zoom, but that's Michelle Carey. I'm in my office. It's kind of messy, and I keep all my memorabilia from all my women's conference. Someday I'll show you all the things. It's really amazing. Josephine, I don't know, she's got kind of like this real pretty office with the trees in the back. Now, I don't know, Lisa has kind of a messy office with tons of books, and I don't know what all kinds of 35 years brings. And then there's Dawn. Okay, she's very simple. She's got this great background, but man, this girl is dynamite, and I'm going to introduce her next. And Pasha's the sophisticated one. Oh my God, she's got the library with the wood back and the high chair. Okay. I had one of those chairs, Pasha, but I got rid of it. It would cost me $800. I could not sit in it. I gave it to my son. I said, that is not a productive chair. And now, wait. Now there's Amy, who hides all her crap in the back. Okay. I don't like her because she cheats. She cheats. She bought these at Pier 1 or somewhere, and I've seen them without all that background. So I'm going to tell on you, Amy. But when she's going to do something professional, she puts up her shield and you can't see her. So anyway, I love that women are unique, Josephine, and they're all different. And I want to hear about the countries that are most open because I want to be there, okay? But Dawn in the center, she worked. This is what I love about her, and maybe some of you can relate. She worked in the corporate world for 27 years. But now she has created a multiple six-figure annual income and is a millionaire in her network marketing company. She's received numerous awards. She's been the top 100 earner. She's a wife, a mom of 2 college kids. And in her transformation, she decided everyone deserved to feel as good as her. She's passionate about health, fitness, and freedom. She's an Isogenics. I'm not afraid to tell you because that's a great product. Has changed lots of lives. We are not jealous of each other on what we do. I just want y'all to know that. That does not intimidate us. That doesn't mean that we are out to cross-recruit and get everybody to do what we do. But the thing of it is, we're women and we respect each other. So I'm so happy that her mission is to free everyone she meets, physically and financially. And tonight, she wants to talk to you about creating systems. Now listen to this. This is a great training in 8 minutes of consistent, which is a trait of the ambitious woman, activity for massive success. She's from the Northeast also with Lisa. Dawn, take it away. Dawn Ferrentino.
Thank you, Esther. So just real quick, I've been in network marketing for just over 4 years, and
wow.
It has drastically, like Esther said, it was 4 years in September. So it's just been a short time, and I'm really excited. I met Esther and Amy at the convention last year, and Michelle, and knew that I just had to be a part of this. I actually pretty much, invited myself onto this and asked Amy and Esther to hear me out so they could hear the value that I had to see if it would be something that we could partner with. So I'm really, really excited to be on this and really honored to be with all of you women. So what I wanted to share tonight was just a couple of things about consistency and how it can really just like push you and excel you into a different direction in your network marketing business. So when I first got started, like Esther said, I was working in the corporate world, but what she doesn't know is I was working 2 jobs in the corporate world, and I had 2 really active boys, and they played competitive baseball around the entire country. So I didn't have a lot of time, and I was one of those people that originally said, I don't have the time. Well, nobody can tell me that because it's a lie. Like, you create your time, you figure it out, you make it work. But the one thing that I learned very quickly is if you weren't consistent, somebody else was going to be consistent. So if you weren't consistent, people weren't going to take you seriously. If you weren't consistent, people weren't going to know that you were the go-to person. Lisa did an amazing job. She's the Avon lady. They know that. So if you're not consistent, people are not going to know who you are, and they won't take you seriously. So I had to create consistent habits daily that were going to be able to impact my business in little tiny blocks of time. So the first thing I did is I got up every morning, and I was consistent about being intentional when I got up in the morning. I would make a statement every day. I am consistent. I am a network marketing professional. This is even when I'm working my 2 jobs. I am going to attract like-minded people into my organization. So it was the consistent daily habits that I did in the morning when I woke up. Waking up knowing that I was going to be consistent, even if it was meaning going to work. I'm consistently going to get in my car at 7 o'clock in the morning and drive to work. You have to be consistent with what you're doing. The second thing is to revise your time, your concept of time. We all know that we live in the present, right? We don't live in yesterday, we don't live in tomorrow, and we don't live in next month or next year. We have to live in the moment that's now. And when you have the mindset that, oh, well, I'll put it off till tomorrow, I'll put it off till next week or next month or next year, you don't know what that's going to bring. So it's about the consistent, again, actions that you're doing. Instead of tweaking your plan or opening it up and saying, that's an activity that I don't want to do today, I'll push it off. Consistent. Every single day. It'll change your bad habits and it'll make you start to become part of your normal daily routine. Another one is having daily detailed plan of actions and daily methods of operation. So know in advance. Every night before I go to bed, and it's funny, I had a business partner here today, and I took out my planner, and she's like, what are you still writing? I filled out like my whole year in my planner of all of my team calls, my events, my workshops, my meetups, everything that I know right now through December 31st is in my planner. Wow. Why wouldn't it? Because nothing should interfere with it. I mean, unless somebody, is getting married or God forbid dies, like there's nothing that should change something that you commit to. So if you've committed to something, you better make sure that it's in your planner for the entire year, committed so that nothing interferes with that. So today I spent literally an hour and a half writing for 12 months, everything in my planner for the entire year, because that's the consistency. The other thing is to tackle one thing at a time. when we first get started, we want to do this and we want to do that, and we want to master social media, and we want to go to networking events, and we want to brand ourselves. Just slow down, because sometimes you have to slow down to catch up. So tackle one thing at a time. You don't have to be a master at everything, but you really need to be really good at a lot of things. So if you tackle one thing at a time and you get it down, then you can move to the next one, and then you'll get that down, and then they'll start to all kind of come together. One of the biggest advice I can give you on consistency is really pushing through the obstacles and the challenges, because we all know that life gets in the way. Tragedies happen, right? Things are going to happen. Things are going to occur. You're going to be driving their car and a stone's going to come out in front, or maybe it's a rock or a boulder. So use the analogy that you're in your car and you're driving and a stone comes out in front of you. It's really simple for a car, no matter how small it is, to get over the stone, right? We can just drive right over it. What happens if it's a rock? Now it's a little bit bigger. Might take a little bit extra. Maybe you shift off a little bit. The car goes back and forth, but you still get over it. Well, now we have that big boulder that just got thrown right in front of us. We've all had it. As top income earners in network marketing, all of us on this panel have had those boulders thrown in front of us. Not one of us can say we haven't. So when that big boulder comes in front of you, now what do? Maybe you have that little car that Lisa started with when she was starting her business. Is that going to get over a boulder? I don't think so. So what's going to happen is she's going to try to get over, and she's going to try to get over, and she's going to try to get over, and it's not happening. So maybe she has to veer off. Maybe she has to go around it instead of just driving over it. And that's okay. But you got to veer back on. So the analogy I want you guys to think of in your mind is that you have a GPS in your mind, in your brain, right? What does your GPS tell you to do? And her name's Helen. But what does Helen tell you to do? She says recalculate. She says redirecting, rerouting, right? So she's rerouting you. So when you're driving and you got this big boulder in front of you and it gears you off, if you don't have that GPS in your brain or in your mindset to go back on the trail, you're going to keep going in the other direction. You got to stay on the path. It's okay to go off, but you got to get back on. And then the last advice for consistency is never give up. Never, ever, ever give up. A very, very, very dear mentor in my company had said, the only way to fail in network marketing is to quit. And when there are times that it's really hard, because we choose our hard. So what's harder, getting up every morning and saying, I am a network marketing professional, I am a top income earner in my company, these I am statements, or is it harder to pay your bills at the end of the month? Is it harder to get over that obstacle, or is it harder to tell your kids they can't go on vacation because you don't have the money? You get to pick your hard. But as soon as you quit, you've made the decision which hard you're going to pick. So I hope that those 8 tips of consistency will help propel you into a different direction, or just into a much better direction of where you guys are all going. Thank you again, Esther and Amy, for having me as part of this amazing group of women.
You are amazing, Dawn. I got a lot out of that. Did you guys all get a lot out of that? She knows how to just say it. So thank you so much, Dawn. We're going to hear more from her later. Love her. I will say she is one consistent lady. She's right on it. We all know it. She's the first to do anything. If you ask a group of women to do anything, I think she races to her computer or her phone to be the first one. She's the first to sign up. She's the first to do everything. So you girls on the other panel, you're going to have to really race to get her. But thank you so much, Dawn. Well, the next speaker, I am so excited to introduce. I've only known her less than a year, and it was love at first sight when I met Pasha Carter. And Simon Chan with MLM Nation had sent her to our conference last year just to check us out. And she was doing something else. We met, we bonded, I introduced her to some people, and we've been getting together, right, ever since then, Pasha. But this is what's amazing about this woman. She had taken a $500 investment and turned it into a multi-million-dollar empire. She's ranked, if you look her up, the top 15 female networkers in the world. Okay, her passion really is to help people break through the financial bondage, but her mission is to educate others in the reality and the choice of true financial freedom. But especially women. She is a woman empowerment lady. So I want you to pay close attention to her, because what she's going to talk to you about right now is 5 things. Five things. Every woman, if you're a man, take note too, we'll let you. You must master this to build $1 million business. I want to hear this because, listen, a $500 investment to a $5 million business. Pasha Carter, you're on. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much. I tell you what, before I even get started, I just want to say how much I absolutely love this. You know, when I take a look at, I've been in direct sales now, been blessed to have been in direct sales for 20 years.
Yes,
I got started when I was 9.
No, come on now, Pasha.
And it's just been an absolute blessing. And for me, when I take a look at this panel, I am just honored to be amongst all of these amazing women, to hear your stories, to see what you've done. And I think it is so important that with all of us being in different companies coming together and unifying, you know how powerful that is? So I am just so honored to be a part of this. And so you know my story, 23 years old, I walked into a room and I was at a point in my life, I don't know if anybody can relate to this, where I kind of was at my lowest point. You know, I'd done the college. I went to college because both of my parents were educators. And right around that 3rd, 4th year, I ended up dropping out of school. And I ended up back at home looking around, asking myself, what am I going to do with my life? And at that time, I was living in Alabama, and I moved to Atlanta, Georgia, just really in search of something. I didn't know what I was going to do. And I found myself literally sleeping on the floor of my best friend's 1-bedroom apartment. And for me, I was at the point in my life where I had to do something. I didn't know what I wanted to do, but I knew that I could not continue my life on this path. So I went out to a presentation, and what I loved was not necessarily the fact that he was talking about all the money. It was the leadership. I knew that I needed to become a better Pasha in order for me to succeed in life. And when he started talking about evaluating myself and looking in the mirror and growing as an individual, the light bulb literally went off for me. And I got started at 23, and at 25, I hit that, anybody, you know, that roller coaster that we all hit, where you have some success, then you lose it all, then you have a little bit more, then you lose it all. I rode that roller coaster. And by 29, I was able to hit the top position in that company. And, you know, today it's just been a blessing to be able to earn millions of dollars in direct sales. And now my passion is really showing other women how to do it. I have 4 little kids. I have a 6-year-old, an 8-year-old, a 10-year-old, and a 12-year-old. So I am super duper busy. And one of the things that I always like to talk to women about is how we make that time productive. People ask me all the time, you know, what are the steps that we can take in order to really build that $1 million business? And I've seen that with so many of the women that I've worked with, one of the missing common denominators is figuring out what to do with those that time that you have in each day. And one thing that I learned is America produces a brand new millionaire every 3 minutes. Every 3 minutes. Okay. So I said to myself, wait a minute, if there's a new millionaire every 3 minutes, I knew back then my 3 minutes were going to come at some point. I just didn't know when. So now what I love to focus on is helping every single woman decide, when is your 3 minutes coming? And what I love about this movement is we're creating wealth through serving people. And for me, that's powerful. When I get to wake up every day and know that I'm serving, I'm helping someone, I'm helping another family, I'm helping someone else become financially independent, there's no bigger blessing. But one of the things that I found was, when you look at our days, we have 24 hours in a day. That's 1,440 minutes that we all have. And every month, that's 43,200 minutes. Now, the question is, what do we do with every minute? And what I do is I sit down with women in my organization and I look at the minutes that they're wasting, the time that they're spending that's not productive, and I show them how to get those minutes back and turn those passive moments into productive opportunities. And what I've seen is women literally in 2 to 3 hours a day of focused energy can build $1 million business from home. It's just that most don't know what to do with those 3 hours. And that's what I enjoy teaching is, what do you do in those 3 hours? Those 3 hours of focused effort, what do you do and how do you make this business work? Because I really believe that planning should lead to action. But for most women, I found, and I know it did for me in the beginning, you ever started planning and your planning just led to more planning? And so that's where I was for many years. I had all these plans, and all my plans led to bigger plans, but not a lot of action. And the other thing that I found is so many women, we have this thing placed on us where we want to be perfect versus productive. And my mantra is, it's not about how perfect you can say the script. It's not about how perfect you can recruit. It's not about how perfect you are in front of the room. It's about mastering our imperfections and being okay with our imperfections. I tell my kids every single day when they come home, I ask them, what did you mess up today? How did you fail today? I want to know how you royally messed up today, because I want to condition them at an early age that it's okay to make mistakes. And if you're not making mistakes every single day, you're not growing. So I want to give you a couple of tips, just 5 quick tips that I feel will really help your business grow and really help take your life as well as your business and anybody else's businesses that you know to another level. And the first one, I always say the secret tip is to count the no's and celebrate the no's. Now, what does that mean? No is a short word, but it's one of the most powerful words that stop most people. And so what we've learned to do over the years, if someone's out and you want to get a certain number of customers or a certain number of prospects or a certain number of recruits, one thing that I found that I used to do that wasn't effective for me is we would always talk about how many people did you get? How many customers did you get? So what we started doing was this fun little game where our team, we would say, listen, today, everybody for the next month, we've got to go through 10 no's a day. And we would celebrate those 10 no's, because here's what starts to happen. If you can get people to celebrate the no's, the yeses are going to come. We know the yeses are going to come. But what knocks most people out of the box is when they're looking for the yes, but the no's are coming, and the no's are now dropping them down. It's destroying their belief. It's destroying their excitement. And now when we say to ourselves, okay, if there's 10 of us right now that's on this all-star leadership lineup, and we know we're going to tell all of our leaders to go out and get 10 no's a day, we know if we go through 1,000 no's that we're going to get a lot of yeses. And so we found that we've been able to flip that to make it fun and make it exciting, so we don't get so caught up in failure, because there's no such thing as failure when it comes to success. So the other thing is doing the smart work versus hard work. I've seen a lot of women get in business, and many of us have children. Many of us are working a full-time job. So when you don't have a lot of time, you got to make sure that the work that you're doing is the smart work that's leading to the end results that you want. And I've seen a lot of us become so busy that we are spending all of this time working on our busy, but we're busy doing busy work versus productive work. And when you can start doing that productive work, you'll start seeing your business grow a lot faster. And the other thing is, what are your habits? That's big. I had a mentor of mine say you can't have uphill dreams with downhill habits. And a lot of times our habits are taking us here, but our dreams are there. And we have to look at our habits every single morning when we get up. What is our habit? When we get up every morning, what are you doing? There's something that I've always done, and it's called the 10 before 10. The 10 most important things that I need to do before 10 a.m. Because my goal is in the morning, if I can get those first 10 things done, who's that person I need to talk to that I know if I talk to that person, it can change my business? Who's that customer that I need to follow up with that I know if I follow up with them, it might lead to multiple referrals? Where is that event that I need to show up at so that if I know I'm there, I'm going to be able to talk to a lot of people that think like I think? So in the morning when I wake up, before I go to bed, I plan my 10 before 10. Why? Because I know if before noon I can not only for myself, but teach my other people in my organization how they can get that success before midpoint of the day. Guess what the rest of their day is going to be like? If they had an amazing morning before 10 a.m., can you imagine what noon is going to be like? Can you imagine what 2 p.m. and 3 p.m. they're going to be celebrating? Why? Because we had them focused on doing the big things first. So that's what those are a couple of the things that I really wanted to talk about. And I just want to close with saying that my entire focus shifted many years ago to being someone else's miracle. And what I mean by that is, instead of me saying that, I'm going to pray for you, my thing is I want to be the answer to your prayers. And that's why every single day when I get up, my goal and my energy is spent on training, teaching, and leading and empowering as many women as we can. I love the statistics that Josephine shared with us, because if we can all realize how powerful this movement is and how many people, especially women, that we're able to free to spend more time with their children, to be able to walk away from jobs that they absolutely despise, to be able to retire early, to be able to, if you're in a health and wellness company, get in shape and take care of yourself. We are doing so many positive things that I'm absolutely honored and blessed to be a part of this movement, and I'm looking forward to the event. So those are just a few little tips and tools, and we've got a lot more where that's coming from, and I'm looking forward to seeing all of you here in Dallas.
All right. Wow, Pasha. She's amazing, isn't she? You love her? Thank you so much. And she has got a lot. I forgot to say that she's been in network marketing that long. When I was just about 20, she started. So that was really great. Thank you, Pasha. Now, the last speaker right now. Okay, hearts. Okay. Now, I'm thrilled to be able to introduce her because she is actually my business partner in real life. We co-founded the Ambitious Women Success Club. She's the head of it. She's a top business coach for 18 years. But Amy, you've been saying 18 years for like the last 4 years since I've known you. So I think it might be more than 18 years now. Top business coach. She helps women in network marketing build 6 and 7 figure income. So if you're a lady that wants a 6 or 7 figure income, you've got to check Amy Applebaum out. And then whatever I want else to say about her, that's what she said I could say. I love her to death because she is a dear friend. And, there's something about having a business partner, and then also she's like your best friend. And that's a very rare combination. And I love her dearly. And she really does have a heart for women and empowering women. And we put that together in network marketing. And I don't have the title of your talk, Amy, but I want you to stay on when you're done because we've got some exciting things that we want to give away. So this is my partner and friend, Amy Applebaum.
Thank you. I love you too. I was sitting here thinking to myself as I go through this list. It's crazy. So like Michelle is a freaking superstar. Josephine, I can't wait to freaking meet you. You're really smart.
She is smart.
Dawn's like total. Am I allowed to swear?
No.
Oh, okay. Bad ASS coach. Totally. Pasha, 4 freaking kids and the businesses, and I'm so inspired, it's beyond me. Lisa is the funniest person I've ever known in my life, and I just want to hang out with her all the time because she fully entertains me. And Esther, you are my best friend too, and I love you. And we can sit here and talk about all of our accolades. And everyone's made money, but what is so important, my talk is about the millionaire mindset. And what all of these women have in common is the way that they think, is ultimately the way that they think. So when you're all sitting there going, am I going to be able to, am I going to be able to, every single one of us has been through hell and back trying to build our businesses. We've had the hurdles, we've cried, we've moaned, we've given up for a short time, got back on the horse. And what makes the women you're looking at perhaps different than some of the other women that you may know who haven't succeeded to the level that they wanted yet is the way that they think. At the end of the day, we still have to take the actions, and Pasha hit it and Dawn really hit it, those daily behaviors and actions. I mean, if you don't do anything, you're never going to be successful, and that's just what it is. But the way that they think is what makes them special. So I'm going to share with you in just a minute just a few quick things that I know that all of these women share in terms of how they think. But first, I'm going to share a little story with you that at one point would have probably killed me. So I'm living in Southern California. I've been there for the last 25 years. I just moved to Northern California. And I'm getting ready for this big talk. This is like 15 years ago. And I'm headed to the Orange County Conference Center, Convention Center. Is that what they call it, Esther? You're from that area, right? The Convention Center. And I'm going to speak in front of 3,000 people. And I had never spoken in front of 3,000 people. And I had prepped, and I was excited. And at the time, I was living in this little place called Silver Lake. And I had, there were 3 levels in the house that I was living in, 3 floors. And I'm one of those don't bring your shoes into my house girls. I know it's completely annoying, but I'm that girl. So in any case, I go and I get ready for my presentation. My garage was down on the bottom level. So my bedroom was upstairs. So I got ready. I am decked out wearing some ridiculously expensive suit that I couldn't afford at the time. And I walk down, leave the house, go. I'm driving now. I'm 45 minutes into my ride, and I'm thinking to myself, my feet are so freaking hot. Like, what is going on? I look down, and I have my Uggs on. I have my freaking Uggs on. I am in a $2,000 suit, and I have my Uggs on, because that's what I wear around the house. And I was so distracted that when I left, I didn't go into the little room before I entered the garage to put on my shoes. So now I'm panicking, I'm sweating, I'm crying. I don't know what I'm going to do. I can't imagine what is going to happen. What am I going to do? So I'll tell you what I did in just a second. But what I want to first do is share with you some of these mindsets as I walk you through how I got through this. Because for some of us, this would be a really, really bad, embarrassing, humiliating moment. And there was no time for stopping at a shoe store. So that was definitely not an option. So I just want to share with you a couple of the things that I did. You know, the first thing as I look at all of these women and I'm thinking about all of you out there that I want you to know is that at some point when you decide that you want to be successful, and by the way, you don't have to want to be a millionaire. Maybe you want $5,000 a month or $10,000 a month, right? You really have to define what success is for you. But at some point, at the point that you say, it's my time, that's when you say, I choose, and I want everybody to write this down, I choose my life, every freaking part of it. I choose my life, every part of it. Epiphany moment, right? Your life isn't the result of the events that happen in it. If you choose that you're the source of the events, if you choose to believe this, that you're the source of your thoughts, your actions, then you will instantly become the driver in your life. And being in the driver's seat is really inspiring because it means that you have limitless options and opportunities to tap into all the time. It means that you're the leader in your life. It means that you're not a victim in your life. It also means that you have to take responsibility for everything that happens to you, good and bad. But I promise you there's a lot more fun than anything else when you're in charge of your happiness and your success. And every one of these women have declared that they're in charge of their lives, their futures, their nows. So that's really important. So while I'm driving in that car, I'm thinking to myself, okay, well, I chose this weird happenstance where I have Uggs on. So the second thing that a lot of these women have in common, and Pasha talked about it, she really nailed it. She's going to laugh because some of these things were so in sync. I want failure fast. Write this down. And she said something that I do every day, and it's a story that she's been told and that I've been told about. Each night at dinner, a dad asked the kids what they failed at that day. And every night it was the same question. And dad would actually be disappointed if the kids hadn't failed at something that day, for the same reasons that Pasha said. How incredibly relieving is that, to grow up in a household where failing is actually encouraged? Can you imagine? something that we can all think about with our kids. I work every day with people who are so afraid of making a mistake and not being good enough that they won't even try. They won't even get out there and try, and these kids are never going to have to deal with that. So take a moment and imagine what wanting failure could actually provide you. Then ask yourself what you failed at today, and if your answer was nothing, then get to failing immediately. So I totally failed because I put my Uggs on, and I just went, okay, so I'm halfway to success. I must be. The third belief system that I want you to, or mindset shift that I want you to all make is I love feedback. I want you to write this down. I love feedback because feedback is the freaking best. Why? Because it gives you a chance to change what isn't working and keep what is working. This is how you become successful. Unfortunately, most people hate feedback. They see it as criticism, blaming, labeling. Avoid this perspective at all costs. Because in the moment that you choose to love feedback, you will be free to be as successful as you want. Don't fear feedback. See it as an opportunity to improve. Can I give out 2 more, Esther? Am I okay on time?
You got 1 minute.
Okay, good. So the fourth one is I live right now. I live right now. Our life gets created right now. Dawn said it best, right? Not someday, right now. The past is over. The future hasn't happened yet. The only thing that you can do anything about is right now. So how do you want to spend your moments? As Pasha said, how do you want to spend your minutes? What are you doing that's going to make the difference? Living now and acting now is all there is to do. Everything else is just waiting. All right, and then finally, this is the most important one. I live in solution mode. Everybody write this down. I live in solution mode. Once we've identified a problem or a challenge, instead of focusing on the problem, focus on the solution. And if one solution doesn't work, then just try another. So here's what I chose to do when I got up on that stage. 2 minutes before I got up on stage, I said to myself, all right, well, I'm going to change my intro. And I'm going to share with them exactly what happened, because my whole talk was about confidence. So I thought, what's going to be better than me getting up on stage and going, hey, everyone, do you like my Uggs? Well, let me tell you the story. So I told them the story, and in the first 60 seconds, instead of it being this humiliating event, everybody was laughing with me. It was like the best presentation I've ever done in my life, because everybody saw my humanity. They saw my vulnerability. They saw that I am a person who fails, who makes mistakes, and is going to be in the moment and go with it. So those are some millionaire mindsets that you can take on, and that's all I got. I think I'm over my time.
That's okay. Well, you're a coach, so sometimes you got to shut the coach up, because she'll just keep going on and on. But that is why Amy Applebaum is the bomb. Head, a creator and coach of Ambitious Women Success Club. You're going to hear more about that. I really like to be successful. Successful. I really want to be successful. I really like to be careful of your time, because you committed an hour of your time to get on. But I'm going to tell you, I was enthralled with these speakers. Do you like the videos? I'm going to tell you, that's why we narrowed it to just 5-6 people so that you can really get to know them and hear them, because I'm going to give you the last few minute pitch, all right? And I hope that you'll listen to me for just a few more minutes. What we're trying to do with Flourish is, number one, give you value, because these women are about donating their time and money to women. And I told you what Flourish means about being prosperous, about being successful. And this is a 4 webinar series. The next one will be next Tuesday. You'll be getting information for it. Part 2. We'll have some different speakers. I don't know who's my favorite, because they're all good, but this is the great news. Every single speaker that we are going to have on our webinar will be at the Ambitious Women's Conference in April. Yes, I'm going to pitch you for just 1 minute. This is about helping you to engage, about helping you to be all you can, about helping you to flourish. And these women, myself, and many more have gotten together to partner to build the Ambitious Women Conference. Because we don't have anything else to do? No, because we want to empower women leaders. We want to do what Josephine has the statistics on, and what us women are able to do. So these people right here, these women, have agreed, want to give you all a special gift for the first 10 people. Now listen to me. This is a little bit of information because this is a lot of gifts. All right. I was going to give you one, then Amy said she was going to give you one, then all of a sudden everyone's going to donate something for people that want, for women that will sign up and come to the Ambitious Women Conference, April 21, 22, 23. Okay, it's a steal at $347 because it includes your 2 breakfasts, your lunch, and a dinner gala. I don't know, girls, where you can go for a weekend for that kind of money. All I know is I had a weekend, girls' weekend at my house this weekend, and it cost me about $1,000 to have everybody come to my house and feed them and do everything, but it was fun. But I'm just saying we have done this conference so that anybody can afford to come. It's in Dallas. Now, what's going to happen is the first 10 women that will sign up, go tonight to ambitiouswomenconference.com. Well, actually, let me say this back. It's the first 5 women because this is a lot of stuff, all right? The first 5 women, and anybody that signs up tonight will get something, but the first 5 women are going to get, first of all, Amy has an ebook called Frustrated to Fabulous. Did you love her? Okay. Frustrated to Fabulous, you get that. You get a podcast from Dawn in the Center of the Art of Connecting. Josephine will give you a subscription, online subscription to the Network Marketing Times. Lisa has an autographed copy of A View from the Top. Oh my God, there she is. There's her daughter in the background. Okay, Lisa, stop stealing the show. I'm going to give you a copy of Advanced Reader's Edition, The Ambitious Woman. Pasha has a 4 DVD series, the #1 training for women in network marketing. Oh, there she is. I love it. Okay, there she goes. Dawn, do you have yours to show up? See, you're the humble one right there. She's going to give. Oh, there's Network Marketing Times, Josephine. 3, 4. This is $200. Okay, let me just tell you, all this stuff is valued at over $200. So that's like getting your ticket for $150. First 5 only. Go. AmbitiousWomenConference.com. Anybody that signs up tonight is going to get a choice of one of those. Okay? So you can't lose. But I've got my assistant at the computer, and she is going to take the first 5 that sign up are going to get $200 worth of fabulous training. Oh, there it is. Good. AmbitiousWomenConference.com.
I typed it in.
What?
Typed it in. I got your back, girl.
Oh, awesome. It takes about a minute to sign up. Really, why do we want you there? Because we really, I hope you saw the hearts of all the women here. We really do want to build the women in this business. AmbitiousWomenConference.com. And Amy, did you want to add to that?
I really do. You're all getting these great gifts for signing up tonight, and that's awesome. I mean, are you kidding? It's incredible. But that aside, the reason that you want to come to this conference is because it's going to be different than any other conference that you've ever experienced. And I get emotional thinking about it. If you saw at the top of the call how much fun we have, this is an interactive conference. This isn't where, snobby speakers are going to strut across the stage and then leave. These speakers are here. They're going to be there for the weekend. They're going to be in the audience. They're going to be interacting. We're all equal. This is a women for women conference. This is a girlfriend's weekend. If you want to wear pajamas, not to the gala, I think Esther will be really mad, then wear your pajamas. But we're here to be there and support one another and let our hair down and be goofy and be silly and make mistakes on stage and make fun of each other. Nobody's here to be the most glorious and perfect that they can be there. All the speakers are coming to give their time and their love and support for you, but they're also all there to learn from you. One of my most favorite things that I've always seen about Esther's conferences is that she always brings up up-and-comers and people who are striving, and she wants everybody in that audience to win. That's why you should come, because we're going to have the best freaking girlfriends weekend ever.
We also have fun, and I remember one of the times, Amy, with one of your first ones, you were so touched, you started crying on the stage. I can't remember what the charity was that we were giving, but I don't remember that you were on the stage crying. And, that's okay. We do that. Women cry and we laugh and we're okay. We're going to be ourselves. Someone asked, what does it include less than $347? We do payment plans. You know why? Because I understand women got a budget. You're in charge of your kids. You're in charge of everything. And I told my assistant this morning, I want to make it a 3 payment, not a 2 payment. We're going to do February, March, April. As long as you're paid before the conference, you can budget your money, $110 or whatever that is. You can make 3 payments because we want you there. You just have to commit to that. Even if you sign up for the 3 payments, that's still going to include, you're going to get a gift, a choice of a gift, whichever speaker that you want. If you're the first 5, and I'm sure 5 are already on there, I think my assistant's saying we're close, we have 4, so we have 1 more spot. You're going to get everything that you heard tonight.
Tell them again. Tell them what's included real quick, Esther.
It is the Amy Applebaum Frustrated to Fabulous.
No, not that. No, somebody asked what the conference price includes.
Okay, you get your registration. You get Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 2 breakfasts, lunch, and a Saturday night gala, which is going to include a show with our comedian Stacy Peterson. Look her up; she is so funny. And actually, Sir Earl Toon with Kool and the Gang. You might not know that name, but I'm sure you know the song "Celebrate." Ladies' Night Out, get on down. Well, Sir Earl Toon, she's laughing, Pasha. Get on down, girl. I met him, and he loves what we're doing, and he has agreed to come and do a concert for us. Okay, they got they were inducted to the what is that? The Grammys this year, 2016. They've got their star on the Hollywood Star of Fame. He's at our conference. Rita Davenport, freaking Rita, who commands people. She commands, right, Josephine, am I not right? She could speak anywhere in the world, Rita, and command top dollar. She loves what we're doing. You know why? Because she's a woman like us, and she loves being real, and she's going to spend the entire weekend with us. Okay, I don't know where you can go, ladies, to get intimate time with 15 to 20 top industry leaders, Rita Davenport and Sir Earl Toon, for that kind of money. It will include your breakfast, your 2 dinners, your 1 dinner, 2 breakfasts, lunch, the whole time. Now, I will say one more thing. If you really want the experience, for another $149, check the box VIP, because you're going to get 3 additional hours of like table topics. 6 to 10 people max at a table, where you are going to get intimate time with an industry leader, and you get a special cocktail hour Friday night. If that floats your boat, pay the $149. I don't know. Once I did a VIP at an Eric Worre event, I've never gone non-VIP again. Once you do VIP, you'll never not do VIP again. So I encourage you to do that. I don't want this to feel like this is a really big pitch fest, but I am passionate about it. So yeah, I am really going to pitch you right now. I am really going to ask you.
Esther, Lisa and Dawn's teams should go directly to Lisa and Dawn, because they have the tickets for you.
Thank you so much. That's why you're my partner in business, coach, because I can forget stuff.
No, that's okay. That's what I'm supposed to do.
Dawn, Ferrentino, and Lisa, if you got on this call, and we will count them, girls, as part of the first 5 or whatever, okay? So if you, because they have already bought tickets, and they want to give them to you. So if you are part of Lisa or Dawn's team, you call them direct. They know how to get a hold of me and Amy. We got you covered. We got your back. They will get you the ticket. They've got great access to it. You'll get it immediately. So be sure to get it from them. And is there anything else I'm forgetting?
The only thing from an entertainment standpoint is we have an incredible comedian named Stacy Peterson.
Oh my God.
Who's going? She is so funny. I personally, listen, I've been living in LA. I don't know if that means anything to anybody, but I think I'm good at knowing who's good. She's freaking fantastic. She's one of the funniest people I've ever met in my life. She does mom bits, and it's so for women. And it's
well, you know, and I know we're a few minutes over, but I want to. Michelle, how many people do we still have on? Have we dropped them off? Are they still all on listening?
We have 161 still, so.
All right, so
Yep.
far. Okay, so some people had to get off right at 9, but let me say this. Stacy came to our conference. She sat in the audience. No one knew who she was. She took notes the entire time till Saturday night. She listened to every speaker.
Oh, don't tell them. Don't tell them.
Yeah. That's all I'm going to say. Oh, she was so
Tell them.
funny. She was so great. I almost flew it in front of all these people.
Don't tell them. She's a master at
She is a master. Let me just
getting
tell
her content. Let's say
you
that.
will laugh your brains out because she is so funny. All right. Pasha, Josephine, Lisa, Dawn. 10 seconds. You want to say anything before we sign off here? What do you want to say to everybody? Because you just gave them a tidbit of what you're going to present at the conference. Anything else? Go for it. Josephine.
Every success story is a love story. Come and share the love.
Oh.
Aww.
Okay. Pasha.
Every woman needs a coach. One of the things that I learned early in life, if you want to be the best, you got to get a coach, and all the coaches are going to be here to help you.
Awesome. Dawn.
Definitely get to this event. It's women empowering women, and if women are not helping women, they're just really belong in hell. This is really that woman linking arms and helping each other. So definitely get to this event.
And Lisa.
Oh, wait, Lisa.
Wait, Lisa, you're not on. You got to unmute.
It wasn't me. Last year when I went to this event in New Jersey, it was the fuel that I needed to push me up to
That's right.
attain Captain Platinum status. So if you're trying to boost your business, you've got to go to this. This is going to be fabulous. Do not miss it.
And Amy.
Be afraid and do it anyway.
And I'm going to sign off in just a minute to Michelle and give her the last words. I want to remind you, ladies, listen, we got a 3 payment thing here. Get on, do it, join us, and get on the webinar, whether you sign up or not. And if you already are signed up and you bring a girlfriend, like you might get on this call. This is the last thing I was going to say. You might say, oh, I already signed up and I don't get a gift. I'm going to tell you what. You get a girlfriend to sign up. She's going to get a great deal, and you're going to get a free gift. So just bring a girlfriend, and you are going to get a gift, all right? So bring a girlfriend, email us. We're not going to leave anyone out. So if you already signed up and you're disappointed because you wish you would have waited, hey, we got your back covered. Come join us. We can't wait to see with you, but I hope that you'll join us. Flourish Part 2 next Tuesday the 7th. Now, take it away. What would you like to end up with?
All right. Thank you so much, all the ladies, for sharing your hearts out, and we thoroughly enjoyed it. I've been enjoying looking at the chat. Everybody is so pumped, and they're so thankful. So anyway, we're going to say goodnight. So go ahead and take a moment and type in the chat, thank you to all of our speakers today, and we will see you next week on Tuesday night, 8 p.m., same place, and we will be emailing out the link once again. And make sure you invite your team, invite a girlfriend to come and learn how to build a thriving network marketing business. Good night, ladies.
Oh, and the website again.
Oh, yes. ambitiouswomenconference.com. So I'm going to go ahead and type it in the chat, and you could, let's see, Ambitious Women Conference, and go ahead and click on there.
Bye, everyone. Say goodbye.
Bye.
The Brady girls.
Bye.
I love you. Love you. See you next week.